Hello, everybody. Welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns, broadcasting Week to the Past Randomizer Pilot Spoiler Tournament 2022. We got quarterfinals game 1 for you today between Do Not Open the Door and the Cacophonies. Commentating for us today is Kamir, and I'll be tracking. Say hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody. I hope everyone's doing well today. I'm excited to see this race. I participated in the pilot spoiler tournament earlier this year with a partner of mine, and we unfortunately did not make it out of groups, but I'm looking forward to this race and see how these folks pilot and run. Just waiting a little bit more for them to get going. Now, this is the quarterfinals, so both teams have had a decent run so far. Looks like Tam is using a Dark Link sprite, and I'm not quite sure what Schultzer is using, but it looks like a dragon of some sort. As this is pilot spoiler, there are pairs of runners racing together today. One of them is playing the game, the other is reading through the spoiler log and finding out where all the items are, where everything is, and where everything needs to be, so that they can efficiently plan a route. I'm not sure which flavor of spoiler this is, but you can see there's a bow already on Schultzer's side in Sanctuary. But they do need to find, we do know that there is Key Sanity, so they need to find all of the keys, and Ricky confirms that it is open Key Sanity. Tam looking for bombs at the 50-50 spots. Schultzer heading to Lost Woods looking for whatever is important over there. We'll find out shortly. Tam not really having much luck with the 50-50 bombs there. But it looks like there are bombs on the tree poles. Tam giving up on the save and quit, going to grab the bow and Sanctuary, as Schultzer heads to Kakariko. Interestingly, Tam is heading back to Link's house and heading over to the eastern area. Schultzer pulling the hammer out of blind set on the left check. It'll be interesting to see which dungeons are required and which keys we need. Whether or not we'll need Zora. So if we need Zora, they'll be routing in money early on, grabbing that when they can. Let's see, in the back of Sahaha, we've got the Big Key of Swamp Palace. Tam grabbing some money, the shovel in the well. So it's interesting that they pick up the Big Key of Swamp Palace. As this is a spoiler, race, picking up that big key implies that there's probably something in that big chest that they're going to need in Swamp. It's always fun to see what the route looks like in these spoiler races. And yeah, Tam not having any bombs in those 6 bushes he pulled earlier. Schultzer's heading to get the back of Saha as well, picking up a heart piece. We'll see if he picks up that heart piece. It's right there. Getting safety, routing in safeties is important and sometimes pretty tricky given the routes that you have. So they each got 2 pod smalls so far. Tam just having the bow and some bombs, using some good game knowledge to grab a heart underneath the ledge there on the right side. Tam having the bow and no arrows. There are some arrows in the back here, though. And Schulzer following close behind into pod. It's interesting that the big key of Eastern is in Eastern, implying that this is an early dungeon that we will need to get done. We'll see if they finish it out. Trolls are routing in the small key to Skull Woods so that they don't get trapped in Skull Woods when they get there, if they want to get an item from the front. And it does look like we are going to finish clearing out this dungeon. See how Tam does in the dark rooms with a limited number of arrows and no sword or lamp or fire to guide him. But they're experienced runners, so I expect this to go relatively smoothly. You see Tam got through that pot, getting the magic refill, and heading up the stairs. Schultz are following behind on the grabbing that big key, and will proceed through the dungeon as well. It being an early dungeon, the extra hammer is nice, but not critical to have for this. There are 20 arrows in this room, so we will likely be good for arrows on Armos. Tam picking up that extra heart for a little safety. Taking a death orb? Not having enough arrows for this, perhaps? Yeah, 1 arrow short. That's rough. Especially rough because there were 2 more arrow pots in the previous room they could have looted. Tam grabbing 5 arrows in the anti-fairy room. Very nice bow strats on the spawning Stalfos room on Tam's side. Here's where the hammer really helps, in that Schulzer has the ability to kill the ropers there with without consuming arrows. Very clean, almost quick kill setup from Schulzer. Very practiced and well done. And now Tam is following close behind. That's a fairly rough time loss there for Tam, but anything can happen in Pilot Spoiler. Take 2 on the Armos Knights. Oh, looks like we're heading to the shovel spot. Wonder what we're gonna find there. My guess is probably Moon Pearl. Yeah, look at that. Moon Pearl in shovel spot. So now we've got Dark World access. Schultz are looking like they're heading to Hype Cave, probably. We'll see what's in Hype Cave this morning. this afternoon, actually, for myself, but evening for perhaps others who are watching or. Tam heading to Kakariko to pick up their hammer, as well as probably a pod small. There's a second heart piece for Schultzer, third heart piece. Refilling some arrows, and there's a fourth heart piece. And a small key to TR. Now, usually you need 4 small keys to clear Turtle Rock, but if you know where that lava chest is not required, you can steal that Poke Key. Tam grabbing that shovel to take over to dig spot. And we've got Hookshot on Stumpy. I imagine we will be going up the mountain. Yep, looks like we're going up the mountain on Schultzer's side to pick up the next set of items in their kit. And Tam is going to pick up that Moon Pearl. And also follow into the Dark World for Hype Cave, which is pretty hype today for this mode. Oh, still short on bombs though. Where is Tam going to get his second bomb for Hype Cave? Schultzer navigating the Old Man Rescue Cave in the dark using the hammer. Trying to orient himself. Tam, you need another bomb. Ah, triple. And it looks like Schultzer maybe got a little turned around in Old Man Escape, but I think they are back on track. Picking up the cape from Gary as a reward for their trouble. And Tam is dancing around the pigs trying to figure out, there's the other tree pole. Where they were going to get that tree pole. As Schultzer heads over to the Paradox and Spiral Cave area. We'll see if they need anything in those checks or if they're just going to continue up to Tower of Hera. Tam not grabbing all of those chests there for the extra hearts for safety. So we'll see how that plays out. They probably feel a bit behind after the Armos lack of arrows, and there's Fire Rod in Paradox upper left chest. A small key to Desert Palace. Well, if that's the only thing they pick up here, then I imagine the big key of TR. That's a nice safety there with the bottle and the fairy in it. Especially in Pilot Spoiler, as mentioned, the other safeties tend to be, you get if they're on the way, and that's it. So heart containers are few and far between. Tam also heading up the mountain now to Grab that Fire Rod and Turtle Rock Big Key. And Cape as Schultzer heads to Tower of Hera. Ooh, I wonder if we don't have the Tower of Hera small key, so aren't going to head down there right now. There's the big key to desert. Carefully dodging that bouncing rupee until it gets to rest to make sure they don't spoil their Ancilla. And going through that Hera pot. Very nice Hera pot from Schultzer as Tam handily goes through the dark old man escape. Grabbing a sword in Compass Chest, our first sword. That's nice. And as always, wondering where the boots are in Pilot Spoiler as well as the flute. Those are good mobility items. We do have the hook shot, which is nice, but it doesn't have the sheer speedy power of the boots. There's one shot on Moldorf with the hammer. There's a second one, and we just need a third. Hopefully Moldorf isn't too bully today, and he does not seem to be. We'll see if this is an item. A big key. Big key to ice. Time will tell if that is important or if we just needed the crystal. And Tam did not loot the small key to desert out of Paradox, which implies to me that either it was missed or it is just not necessary. My bet is that it is not necessary. Ooh, going to get Spiral Cave first. In tandem with Schultzer, Tam and Schultzer together. At different spots on the prize pack on the Moldorms, but the mini Moldorms, but 20 rupees to Schultzer versus 5 to Tam. Quick work of this cave with the hook shot, which is always fun. It's never fun to go through here with no weapons and 3 hearts. Mitts? Okay. Now Tam is going to go back up to Tower of Hera. Or perhaps grabbing something in Hookshot Cave or Super Bunny Cave. And maybe wanting to leave no, can't leave Hera for later. Need Desert Palace Big Key. Schultzer is going to Mini Moldorm, clearing that out. Oop. Mini Moldorms are all kinds of dodgy. Always fun to try and hookshot them from the bottom. And there's the lamp in Mini Moldorm Cave. A nice bomb refill for Schultzer, who is completely out. Well, single bomb left. Oh, I splash delete right here. Look at that. And it looks like we have an Ice Palace play from Schultzer here. 4 hearts, Fighter Sword, Hammer, Ice Palace. We'll see if it's a crystal or... Oh, I see that our tracker has labeled all the dungeon prize information, so that's good. As this is a spoiler race, obviously this is something that we could already know. Tam is heading to Moldorm now, so we do know that Ice is a green pendant. They have the big key to Ice, Schultzer is heading back to go down into the basement, obviously, since they don't have the Cane of Samaria, they can't Icebreaker, but they can Ice Palace Bomb Jump. Tam making quick work of Moldor. A very nice, quick Stalfos room there. Schultz only has 2 bombs for the bomb jump here. Though with their heart count, they only have 2 chances anyway, but they are not doing the bomb jump. So they're either not clearing the dungeon, or they will have enough keys to do it forward. Tam going to get their lamp now. And their Thieves Town big key. And I apologize if I mix up anyone's pronouns. If anyone knows differently, please correct me. And it looks like there's something in the Ice Palace big chest, and it is Bombos. I wonder which dungeon Medallion Bombos is. Tam's got to be a little careful with the buzz blobs and the crabs here. Tam also fake flippering to ice, and there's the ocarina in iced tea for Schultzer. Wonderful. You gotta love to see it. Tam Schultzer splash deleting again to head to Zora area. Tam having a little trouble with oh no! And Schultzer gets soft locked with the fake flipper, taking damage. That's always gotta hurt. Yeah, I said the same thing. No! That's a significant time loss, because you have to wait for your sprite to travel back to where it was when you hopped into the water. The screen doesn't scroll, but you definitely get pushed back there. So yeah, imagine they're gonna go activate the flute and probably fake flipper again after activating that flute. Thank you, Ricky, on the pronouns. Oh, I see the pronouns there. They're on the screen. I missed that. Today I learned. Yes, you are almost always able to save and quit from, in my experience. You just have to wait a long time otherwise. Schultzer heading into Village of Outcasts. And there are the flippers in Village of Outcasts. That will make the subsequent trip to Zora area uneventful. Oop, Tam missed the first. There they go. They got that block on the second one. Getting their bombos. Schultzer picking up a heart container just on the way in Thieves Town. Oop, good dodge of that anti-fairy for Tam. And we'll see what's in the big key chest in Thieves Town. Samaria, that would have been nice to have. There's Tam's ocarina, just opting to save and quit, not trying to fake flipper over to the Zora area. And Schulzer will just go clear out. We'll go at the very least kill blind while they're here, while he's here. And Tam going to activate their flute. Head back for that heart. Always good. Coming up to the hallway here, where though you do have cape, it can be a little rough depending upon the patterns of the enemies. And a nice hook shot to get himself out of trouble there. Now Tam is heading to get there. Oh, Tam is opting not to get the flippers just yet. Going into Thieves Town first. Schulzer has a full 2 hearts on Tam. Coming into Thieves Town. Schulzer Tam picking up their second heart, their first heart container of the game, getting them up to 4. And so often you see 5, 6 heart pilot spoiler runs, green mail, maybe you have blue mail if it's on the way. It would not surprise me to see them with no more than 5 or 6 hearts by the end and Master Sword. Well, doesn't look like there's anything in Blind's cell today. Oof, 2 hits on from the Zot there. Little blob for Schulzer. And that's where having that extra heart container really saves you. But he's got the cape for blind, so this should be a relatively free fight. Follow the script for the first 6 hits, and then before things get dicey, you pop on the cape, dodge the first few balls, and once blind pops up, 3 hits, and down he goes. Real blind's a crystal, so those arrows are nice to have, but obviously not required. We'll see where Schulzer heads next. Probably going to activate that flute. Yep. And pretty much the whole game is open to them at this point. They still need the minor big key. They need the pod big key. And at least 2 Turtle Rock Smalls. 1 Turtle Rock Small. And it does look like Bombos is the medallion for both dungeons, as recorded in Fire Tracker from the spoiler log. And we're going to do hammer pegs the slow way today, since we have no boots. And Tam using that cape to full effect for their 10 arrows and crystal. There's a 3rd pod small, which in pilot spoiler is pretty much usually enough to get basically everything you need from pod outside of the big key. You don't have to open the front door in Pod. And if there's nothing in the big key chest or in Harmless Hellway, there's 3 keys you don't need right there. And since we can hammer jump, we don't need a key for that door, so a 3rd key would be nice. Is nice, lets you go through the front door in that case. Tam picking up there, Turtle Rock Small. And Schultz are heading to Graveyard Ledge. Getting a 2nd sword there. Oh, Tam did not pick up those flippers yet. I'm hoping they grab them. I'm not sure when they'll grab them, but now seems a pretty good time to grab them. Schultz are heading to Hyrule Castle. We'll see if this is back of Escape or if it's Castle Tower. Front of Escape or Castle Tower. It looks like it's front of Escape, at least for now. Tam heading back through Vu. Getting a mail upgrade from Schultzer. On his way towards Boomerang Chest and Zelda Cell. That's the kind of mail upgrade that you get just along the way. So, very nice to have. Effectively doubling his hearts. Tam heading to get their 2nd sword as well at Graveyard Ledge. Big key to Pod and mirroring out. And we're going to see room 3 in Castle Tower, I believe. Opting to cape through the barrier instead of breaking it with the sword, which is interesting. Fire Rod making quick work of ball and chain guards. And there's the big key to Tower of Hera. Well, it seems like we will find our way back to Tower of Hera. I'm getting the Meyer big key and setting up a water walk. But they're just going to flute out of there. And it's fast for Schultzer to get back there for that big key, but it certainly would have been more convenient to do so with the fake flipper. Tam heading to get their Pod big key, as well as probably the mail upgrade. So it occurs to me that Tam not getting the flippers might simply mean that there isn't anything worth getting in Swamp. So Schultzer picked up the flippers because they were on their way, and on his way didn't want to deal with potentially soft blocking again. Walking Kiki to the front door, being safe and taking care of those hopping rope creatures whose names I always forget. I always confuse those two with the roper things in Eastern Palace. I tend to call them both ropers interchangeably. Schultzer going through the front door, spending one of his keys there. heading toward the back. And Tam getting that that key from the boomerang cell. Oh, looks like we're going to hurry up right off the bat here. Very cleanly done. Yeah, GT small along the way is always nice to find, letting you route up GT faster without having to steal a key. There's the GT big key. We have not yet seen Boots. I haven't checked the spoiler log. So yeah, Boots would not surprise me if they're in GT or in one of the dungeons we're not going to go into. I try not to look at the spoiler log. I like to be surprised to see where all the items are. Tam heading back up to Tower of Hera to get the item in the big chest there. A little bit of divergence from Schultzer's route. And Tam using the fact that they have blue mail to their advantage in being able to take the bomb without dying and being rewarded with the ice rod. I'm not. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure where what Tam was doing. Perhaps they forgot they had already killed the boss. Tam fluting away while Schultzer is cleaning up Pod with a few Master Sword swings. Very quick bomb and sword and hammer strats for Helmasaur King. As Tam also routes their way to Pod. Thankfully, with slightly more money than needed to get into Pod, but enough money. Still on 4 and 5 hearts for our runners. And at this point, we look like we are more or less in go mode, aside from one Total Rock Small. Schultzer heading to Meyer. He has everything he needs to clean out that dungeon, so I'm gonna quickly run through that. Tam also hammer-yumping right off the bat, and blowing up the wall as they wait for their first bomb to explode. And a nice Meyer 2 with, picking up those extra arrows. That's always fun. Especially when you're heading into Vidi, whom you will likely be using a bunch of arrows on. Tam grabbing their big key and heading back to clean out that dungeon. Schultz are heading to the map chest to divide its contents and reveal them to us. A small key to Turtle Rock. And that will let Tam go up the mountain and clear out, get the ice rod, and clear out Turtle Rock on their next time up the mountain. Assuming there isn't something in the lava chest. Another heart container and spike chest in Mire, which is another nice to have safety. So with 6 hearts and a fairy in a bottle, and blue mail, you're about as safe as you're going to be in a spoiler race. Another heart isn't really going to make too much of a difference. Fairies only refill 7, so one more heart might be nice for Schultzer if it's on the way. A quick turtle room from Tam as Schultzer bombs open the wall heading to their crystal switch. Both of our runners just being very fast at executing and clearing this game. "40 minutes in, and Schultzer already has 4 crystals, heading for 5th. Tam making good use again of the cape to allow them to safely kill Helmosaur King, and Schultzer using caped double spins to clear Vidi with a little bit of a hiccup there at the end, miscounting the arrow shots. I think he counted an extra spin on Vidi and expected Vidi to have died from 1 fewer arrows. So now it's to Desert and Turtle Rock and the GT climb for Schultzer, with a brief stop off on at Tower of Hera for the ice rod. Tam following closely behind. And since Schultzer does have that extra small key, we'll see if he picks up the small key in the last room there. Not sure if it was faster to grab the small key in the last in Spiral Cave rather than the one in this room, but he's got it, so may as well. Tam picking up those arrows as well. Yep. Setting up for the key dash, but with no boots, it makes that key dash pretty tricky to pull off. And for those of you who are unaware, in the pilot spoiler races, the pilots are allowed to watch other streams while their runners are running, since they have perfect knowledge of where everything is. Tam getting their 3rd TR small key, and we'll see if they grab this heart container. Having a little trouble. Opting to forgo the heart container in the spike chest there, in the interest of time, which I can understand. Schultzer making rapid work of Desert and already up the mountain to grab his ice rod and head into Turtle Rock for the final crystal. Like Spooky from Tam. Always love to see Spooky. It's always so bizarre just to know that you can shoot a fire rod shot off to the side and it'll trigger the crystal switch because the switch lines up perfectly vertical with the fire rod shot, and you've managed to move your Ancilla up to the top of the screen because of how you manipulated it with the duck at the beginning, the duck when you flew into the desert mire area. Tam dodging that last lightning bolt. And finishing out Viddy for $50 and their fifth crystal. Schultz are on his way into Turtle Rock with full endgame kit in tow. We'll see if there's a sword or silvers along the way somewhere. Tam taking the right side around the mire entrance head to mirror to desert. Now, because Tam did not pick up that desert small, they cannot key dash. But for a different reason than Schultzer couldn't key dash. Ooh, heading to the right firelock side of Turtle Rock, and they've got the hookshot, which lets them take the fast route to the chests back here. We'll find out what's in them. And there's silvers. And a bug net. Why not? If you can get the bug net along the way, maybe you pick up another fairy if you use yours. Oh, Tam missing that second fire rod shot on the first Lambo head. Yeah. I have trouble with that at the best of times. And there's crystal number 6 for Tam, as they will then make their way up the mountain to head to Turtle Rock. With no stop off at Tower of Hera, as that was already accomplished. Good game knowledge from Schultzer, knowing that there are arrows there in that middle pot. On his way to steal that pokey key. Most likely, anyway. Yep, don't open the door, folks. Do not open the door. And at this point, Schultzer has a fairly decent Turtle Rock lead on Tam. And it's going to come down to execution towards the end. Do only have Master Sword currently, so that's a pokey to the face. They do only have Master Sword at the moment, so it's going to be a little bit of an extended Trinex fight, though certainly not one that is uncommon. caping through that fire bar, grabbing the hearts and a magic refill. Good, good call there when you're on so few hearts. Very nice silver arrow down the bridge there to take care of the mini Helmasaur. And a nice double crystal switch Samaria block hit. And Tam did not opt to get silvers on the right side of Turtle Rock. So that'll save them some Turtle Rock time, but we'll see how that plays out in the Ganon fight. Good Trinex hammer rod strats there from Schultzer. Tam stealing their Poke Key and heading right back. Also being careful not to accidentally unlock the door, though they came close. That Turtle Rock door with the Poke door has is notorious for being a suction-y door and will pull you in to unlock it without you even realizing. Getting another Pod Small in from Trinex, which is always fun to see. Nice to know what your logic is. Tam dodging the small dust rats that came out of the bombed wall in Turtle Rock, and Schultzer is on his way to Ganon's tower to run up the tower and go do some spins on a wizard and go stick a pig. Every time I send my runner to GT and the crystals pop out, I always breathe a sigh of relief in that I did not forget a crystal somewhere or mistake something somewhere. It's always the worst feeling in the world when you get to a dungeon that you want to be at and you realize, oh, I can't go into Swamp because I don't have the Swamp Small key. And Schultzer's gonna keep heading over to the side here, heading to Dark Magician, heading to the Stealth room in GT. Some folks call it Dark Magician's room, but third sword, there you go. Worth the detour. And Tam also having a pretty clean, having a clean Trinex fight, except for Trinex deciding he's gonna take a little walk-see over to see what Tam was doing over there. Silvers makes these Mimics rooms so much faster. You don't have to wait for arrows to connect, you just fire them. And we never found the boots. No boots. I wonder if they're... Oh, I have no idea where they are. It'd be nice if Ganon like hinted where boots were, if you had the silvers. You have silvers, they're my only weakness. Did you find the boots in Misery Mire? And Tam just entering GT at 53 Just opening GT at 5306. I'll wait and see where boots are afterwards. Unless chat is dying to know where boots are. Very nice Moldorm 2. Sorry, not Moldorm 2. Landmo 2 from Schultzer with the silver arrows. And Tam is heading to get their tempered sword as well. Especially without silvers, you're going to want that sword. Wizrobes 1 and 2 down handily from Schultzer. It's always nice to... That's one of my favorite rooms to do in the climb. Since you can just do it with Samaria so easily. It always feels very satisfying to pull off. Schultzer running a little short on magic, but grabbing that full magic decanter and knowing where that is always good. A nice crystal switch room from Tam, using the crystal switches to block the spikes to make it a safer exit. And Moldorm 2 down for Schultzer as Tam enters the gauntlet. Heading into the final room of that gauntlet for Tam as they go Moldorm 2 down for Tam as Schultzer heads into Aga 2. Nice double to finish that off, or was that a triple? I missed it. So boots are behind Ice Armos. Yeah. No one's getting boots in the seed. It always seems like pilot spoiler races, you get boots hidden in GT 70% of the time. Open the spoiler log, look for boots, look for Ocarina. Well, boots is in GT. Guess we're not getting them. Though, as chat is pointing out, if you just YBA, you can simply get them right off the bat, no problem. Just YBA from Hookshot Cave. Glitch yourself to victory. Schultzer with a nice Phase 1 and Phase 2 on Ganon. Getting a very nice double there, followed by another nice double to clear out the boss. Everyone get your GGs for Schultzer, and that's wonderful. Alright, we'll see. Looks like Tam will probably finish it out here, as they are so close. Just spamming arrows. Getting a nice double to start. And followed by a triple. Congratulations, Schultzer, on that first place finish. With a sub 1 hour time of 57:37. As Tam is swept away to the pyramid to confront the pig, and we will see how Ganon likes spins this evening. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that Ganon quote before. A nice first phase for Tam. Doing the nice one-on-one. And managing to get the swing in before the bat spawns, saving some time and not having to dodge a ring of fire. Again, we'll just stop hopping. We could finish this out. That was a nice spin to start it there. That's a third spin. Setting up for a triple. We'll see if Tam gets it. There's two. That's very nice. Very nice triple. There's another triple, so that's 8 hits. 9. Just a few more. There you go. I must have miscounted one. Oh, I missed the initial single. So let's get your GGs in chat for Tam, who just needs to cross that bridge. And GGs. A very well run race. Tam finishing in second place with a time of 1 hour and 31 seconds. So less than a 3-minute difference, and we are joined by Schultzer and Shady Force. Hello, folks.
GG.
GG's.
That was a good race, I hope. It was an interesting seed overall.
Yeah.
No, damn it! I even said it pre-race that I should not be in GT, and then the first thing Shady told me they're in GT, and I'm like, you're lying. That cannot. You have to be lying.
Always good. It's always good to accuse your pilot of lying to you right off the bat. That's just to set the tone for the race.
It is something I would do, to be fair to, you know.
Yeah, so how did you feel about routing that, Shady?
It was okay. It was a little bit manic, but it wasn't the hardest seed ever. I was a little bit annoyed about not having the Hera big key the first time we got to Hera. That was a bit of a mistake, and we kind of got away with it because it was just the ice rod in there, so you can get that on the second trip and you don't lose too much time. But I think apart from that, it was okay. It wasn't too bad.
Yo, GG's.
Yo, no, GG's, buddy.
Yeah.
Tam's
Tam's not happy, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Almost destroyed us.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Cause while Tam entered and was like, "Oh, where's my arrow?" and then I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" And I started looking at what Tam was doing, and then I stopped spoiling, and then I forgot about the map chest in Hera at that point as well.
Aw, that's unsolvable.
Oh yeah, I did wonder about that. I noticed that you went back for the map chest and the ice rod at the same time.
Yeah, the plan was to go back just for the ice rod before TR, but when Tam got destroyed by arrows in the early game, I was like, "What's happening?" And I was focused on what happened on Tam's screen. So
Yep. In the heat of the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it was a huge, like, 2-minute time sink there, plus spoiler reduction, so it was unfortunate.
Yep. Aside from that, it was a fairly close race.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like definitely our main mistake in this one was me like getting hit on my way to the Maya Big here and like losing a minute on that one. That was unfortunate, but I could have probably avoided that by just being safe and not trying to risk getting hit by the enemy. Did not feel great at the moment.
Yeah.
I have a question though. Why on earth would you do spike chest in Mire?
Because that was a hard container.
Why would you not do it?
Why would you do that one? Out of all of them. That is so bad placement.
But you have to get the map chest, so you're just walking straight up, right?
Yeah, but you waste all the magic and then you have to go grab the refill.
But it's a hard container.
Yeah, I'm just asking.
I mean, we were like, also we are like 3 minutes ahead. Why should we not grab one more hard container?
Yeah. Then grab the
And,
red
like-
mate. That's like 8 hard containers right there.
Yeah, and we didn't
Minus.
have silvers for Vidi either, you know. So like an extra heart could mean an extra hit you can take if something goes wrong.
You had a variant bottle, right?
Yeah.
I'm just
Let us
asking.
take
Curious-
our
curious to know.
safeties. We
Well,
need them.
I'm sad you didn't open the door, dude. Come on.
Yeah, we,
I did that once, and I learned my lesson.
Yeah, we in our last matchup against Magno and Winter.
Yeah.
We did not lose by that because I was also playing bad that day, but I also opened the door to top it off.
Yeah. I mean, it was just small mishaps, though. Like, I'm pretty sure it would have been completely different, or could look very different with Tam not taking that Armos thing.
Yeah, that sounds so unfortunate. Not having enough arrows that can destroy the whole seed. Like,
I mean-
one early mistake.
It was 17 arrows. Imagine 17.
It would feel even worse if you have 18 and missed the last shot.
Well, I was like, yeah, just. Tam's like, oh, I don't have arrows. I don't have a lot of arrows. I was like, yeah, just do it safe then. Don't go for the quick kill and miss. And Tam like, no, I have 17. I was like, oh my days, dude.
Oh, oh yeah, we had hammer at this point as well, so we weren't all that risky.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
went take a Rico first.
it happens though. Tam did pick up a pot, but it was a hard pot. Imagine that. Tam was like, oh, I'm bad. I picked up the wrong pot even.
Yeah,
Hey, listen,
I
there's
almost died in the dark room.
Pops, so we don't know which ones are which.
Yeah. I mean, it's what it is. We'll come back and sweep you. It's fine.
2 more games, yeah?
Yeah. Heck,
Maybe.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
hope
no.
it's 2 more games. Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna push you to the limit no matter what, so it's fine.
Uh-huh.
You better prepare.
Morendo is always good. So I hope to see 2 more games from you folks.
Gonna be back to back. Yeah, this tournament, this mode in general is such so much fun. Trying to figure out the route together, talking about a lot of stuff. It's so much fun. It's one of the best modes you have in the Link to the Past. It's so great to have this tournament again this year.
Yeah, I mean, it was also funny though. I was like, yeah, just skip Hera for now because you want the big key. No, wait, go back to Hera because you need the Ice Palace big to get the thing. You can just get Ice Rod later. It's fine.
Then you miss it as a Palace big key also, unfortunately.
Yeah. Also, I don't think Silver saves any time this
No, it
run,
makes it
apart
easier.
from maybe feeling a little bit safer, I guess.
Yeah, well, it's just because you don't have boots for the gauntlet. Like if you had tempered sword and boots, then you can just do all your normal strats, and you don't really care about silvers. But without it, it kind of still helps a lot. You can spam the fire rod if the enemies get away from you.
Like, it takes a lot, I imagine. Probably loses time to grab the silvers in the end.
But when you grab the silvers, you get the fillet for free. So
Important.
yeah, we just picked up silvers on the way. We were actually after the bug net.
Oh, okay.
Most
Yeah.
important item in the game. It's always good to have a backup for Aga too.
Yeah. You
Because
never
your
know
sword
what
breaks.
Yeah, you do sword spin without boots, and then you cannot use the sword anymore. Wait, you need boots for that. Damn it!
Yeah. Also, Tam's luck with the 50-50 bushes this seed, though. Come on, seriously, 0
Oh
out of
yeah,
6. Come on, dude.
we were incredulous in the chat.
50-50
Yeah,
in inverted quotes. Yeah.
Yeah, like, why? I assume that you started Sank then and went to.
Thanks,
Bombs for the bush
people.
grab.
Tipo. That was the other
Oh, was it the
lady.
tier 1?
See,
what was-
please.
Yeah, it was 3 tier 1.
Yeah, one of those things.
And
And of course, yeah, Tam also had a bad time trying to do 3 pulls in Dark World, so
you're getting bullied by the pigs and the mushroom bat bomber.
yeah,
Oh, and Hype Cave.
yeah.
Yeah, that tree pull is cursed. Never do it. Not even in inverted. Just stay
Well,
away from it.
The thing is that Tam had to do 2 3 pulls because they were on tier 2 first, so they had to do 1 screen transition and do another one, and then when they went back for the second one, it was so cursed. Like the pigs were just
Yeah.
standing on top of the statues and walked down to Swamp Palace. So
Just buy bombs. I think we had like under so much money in the seed early on. Like, Daddy made me pick up all the 50s. Like, oh, another 50. Oh, nice. I have so much
But-
money now.
Yeah. By then you would have had. Oh no, the hookshot was in Stumpy, right? Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
You didn't have the hookshot at that point.
yeah, we didn't have hookshot yet, so yeah. I mean, it
Yeah,
was
that's-
a nice seed overall. It was just unfortunate to start.
Yeah, it sounded like you had a rough start and that just carried over the whole run. Which is unfortunate, which also means that the second game will be probably a lot closer than this one.
Yeah, and then third game is gonna be a kicker, of course.
All right.
I'm not talking about the third game until the second game is finished.
Yeah, I'll see you guys on Tuesday.
See you on Tuesday.
Yeah. Best of luck. Get your practice in over the weekend. When you're good enough, let us know.
Oh, okay. I mean, I have my hands full with my kid having chicken pox, so
Yeah, I know. Hope your kids get better soon.
yeah. But yeah, I'll see you guys on Tuesday, and thank you for the restream and doing the commentary, Chimera.
Thank you for running the race for us and showing us a good time. Thank you to Ricky for tracking.
No worries. Are we good to wrap up?
Believe so.
Alright, so thank you everyone for watching. Thank you to our runners, Tam and Scholzer. Thank you to our pilots, Shady Force and Nobly. Thank you to Kamir for commentating. Coming up on ZSR at 6 p.m. Eastern, we have a Link to the Past NMG League tournament match between Secretly a Sliver, and This Is Not Yoho. I'm sorry, it's a double matchup, so it's Secretly a Sliver versus Chiamo and This Is Not Yoho versus Relkin. And then at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have a Twilight Princess Lava Dash tournament match between Andy and B. Wildebeest. Right now, we're going to go raid ZSR 3. They are going into the end game of the NMG match between Doomtap and Arier. And with that, we're going to go and sign off here. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful time, and have a fantastic rest of your day.